Every time you expect someone to help, you give away your power. Every time you wait for someone to fix it, you stop yourself from moving forward. Every time you hope they care as much as you do, you open the door to disappointment. But when you stop expecting anything from anyone, something changes. You stop waiting. You start doing. And that's when your real life begins. I, Napoleon Hill, have learned that real success doesn't come from what others give you. It comes from what you give yourself. True change begins the moment you stop waiting for support, for approval, for someone to tell you it's your time. It begins when you move forward. Not because someone said you could, but because you decided to. Never expect anything from anyone. Life gets heavy when you keep waiting for people to help you. You expect someone to show up, to support you, to care like you care, and when they don't, you feel hurt. You feel disappointed. You wonder what's wrong with you or what's wrong with them. But here's the truth. Never expect anything from anyone. That might sound cold, but it's not. It's freedom. It means you stop handing your happiness to other people. It means you stop putting your life in someone else's hands, because the moment you expect others to carry your weight, you start walking slower. You wait. You delay. You hold back. Some people will help. Some won't. Some will cheer for you. Others will stay silent. And that's okay. You weren't born to be carried. You were born to stand. You were born to walk your own road even if no one else is on it with you. The truth is, people have their own problems, their own lives, their own worries. It doesn't mean they don't care. It just means they're not responsible for your dream. They're not meant to fix your life. That's your job. You have everything you need inside you. Your strength, your fire, your reason, that's yours. No one gave it to you, and no one can take it away. You don't need someone to push you forward. You just need to decide not to stop. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to wait for a handout or a hand up. Your life is your responsibility. Your success is your responsibility. Your peace, your growth, your future, it all begins with you. When you stop expecting, you stop being disappointed. You stop being angry when people don't return the same love, the same effort, the same loyalty. You begin to understand that not everyone has your heart. Not everyone sees what you see. And that's not something to be sad about. It just means it's time to lead yourself. If someone helps, be thankful. If they don't, keep moving. Don't slow down. Don't wait for approval, for permission, for recognition. Build your dream with your own two hands, even if they shake, even if no one's watching, even if it's lonely sometimes. The world may not owe you anything, but you owe something to yourself. You owe yourself effort. You owe yourself honesty. You owe yourself the chance to become who you were always meant to be. No one else can live your life for you. No one else can feel your fire, hear your thoughts, carry your regrets. That's all yours. And while that sounds heavy, it's also powerful, because it means you get to decide what happens next. Not your past, not your pain, not the people who left, just you. So stop waiting to be saved. Save yourself. Get up and try again. Learn, grow, fail forward. Keep going, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. You'll find your strength in the struggle. You'll find your voice in the silence. And one day you'll look back and realize you didn't need anyone to carry you. You just needed to believe in yourself. Expect nothing. Give everything. Take control. That's when your life begins to change. That's when you stop surviving and start living. The pain is part of the process. Nobody wants pain. Nobody wakes up hoping for struggle. We all want things to go smoothly. We hope for easy days, kind people, and open doors. But the truth is, life doesn't always work that way. There will be hurt. There will be setbacks. There will be days when it feels like the world is against you. And in those moments, you have to remember the pain is part of the process. Pain is not here to break you. It's here to build you. It's not a sign that something is wrong. It's often a sign that something is growing. Just like a seed has to break before it becomes a tree, you too must go through hard times to become stronger. There are lessons that only pain can teach. Lessons about patience, about strength, about who you really are when everything is quiet and nothing is going your way. Pain strips away the noise. It shows you what matters. It reveals your real power, not the kind that shows up when things are good, but the kind that rises when everything feels like it's falling apart. Some people quit when it hurts. They stop trying. They step back. But you don't have to be like that. You can keep going. You can walk through the fire and come out better on the other side. You can choose to see pain not as a wall, but as a door that leads to the next level of your life. Think about the people you admire, the ones who inspire you. They didn't get there by skipping the struggle. They went through it. They fell, they failed, they cried, but they didn't quit. They understood that the pain was shaping them, preparing them for what was next. You're not weak because it hurts. You're not broken because you feel lost. That means you're human. That means you care. That means you're in the middle of becoming something more. It's okay to feel tired. It's okay to feel sad. Just don't let those feelings make you stop. There will be days when you want to give up. Days when everything inside you says, it's too much. Those are the days you must keep going, not because it's easy, but because you've come too far to turn back. You may not see it now, but the pain you feel today could be the reason you're stronger tomorrow. It could be the reason you finally understand your worth, the reason you speak with truth, the reason you walk with purpose. Don't wish for a life without pain. Wish for the strength to face it, to walk through it with your head high and your heart open, to come out the other side with more wisdom, more fire, more fight. Every time you push through, you grow. Every time you keep going when it hurts, you build something inside that no one can take away. That is how strength is made. Not in comfort, not in ease, but in pain that doesn't stop you. So if you're hurting right now, don't run from it. Don't hide from it. Let it teach you. Let it guide you. Let it change you. Because in the end, you'll realize the pain didn't break you. It made you. It didn't stop your journey. It prepared you for it. The pain is not the enemy. The pain is part of the process. Keep going. You're closer than you think. No one is coming to save you. From the time we are young, many of us are taught to believe that someone will come along and fix everything. That one day, someone stronger, wiser, or kinder will step into our lives and make the pain go away, bring us success, or carry us to where we want to be. But life doesn't work like that. The truth is hard, but it's also freeing. No one is coming to save you. It's not your fault that life gets hard, but it is your job to keep going, to get back up, to make a choice every single day, to fight for the life you want. No one is going to do that for you. People may care, they may cheer you on, they may even help for a little while, but in the end, this is your story, your climb, your life. You can't wait for someone to rescue you from your pain, your past, your doubts, or your failures. You have to look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm not waiting anymore. Because the longer you wait, the longer you stay stuck. And you weren't meant to stay stuck. You were meant to move, to grow, to lead yourself when no one else will. When you stop depending on others to fix your life, something changes. You begin to see that the power has been in your hands all along. You don't need someone to hand you a future. You can build it with your own two hands. Some people will walk with you, and that's a blessing, but don't make them your crutch. Don't hand them the map to your dreams. They don't know the way. You do. Even if the road is unclear, even if you're afraid, you have what it takes to take that first step. It's easy to wait, to hope someone will give you a sign, to wait for perfect timing or for someone to open the door. But waiting is a trap. You can spend your whole life standing still, hoping for something that may never come. Or you can start now, with what you have, where you are. The strongest people you know didn't get there because someone rescued them. They got there because they refused to quit. They faced hard days, silent nights, and lonely roads. And still, they kept walking, not because someone told them to, but because they knew their life depended on it. You don't need to be saved. You need to be brave. Brave enough to try. Brave enough to fail. Brave enough to begin again as many times as it takes. That's what strength looks like. You may not have all the answers. You may not feel ready. But the truth is, no one ever really does. The only thing you need to do is begin. And once you do, you'll start to build belief. You'll start to see that you're stronger than you thought. There will be days you want to give up. But remember this, you've already survived days you thought you wouldn't. You've already made it through pain, doubt, and fear. You are still here, still breathing, still capable. That's no small thing. So stop waiting for the rescue. Stop hoping someone else will fight your battles. Stand up, breathe deep, take the next step, even if it's small. Because no one is coming to save you. But the beautiful part is you don't need them to. You have what it takes. You've always had it. Now it's time to believe it. Your future is not in someone else's hands. It's in yours. Take it, build it, live it. Discipline is greater than motivation. Motivation is a good feeling. It's that burst of energy you get when you're excited about something new. It makes you want to get up, to move, to chase a goal. But here's the truth. Motivation doesn't last. Some days you wake up ready to work, but other days that feeling is gone. And when it is, what do you do then? That's where discipline steps in. Discipline is greater than motivation. Motivation is like the wind. It comes and goes. You can't control it. But discipline, that's different. Discipline is steady. It shows up even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is when you do the work, not because you're excited, but because you made a promise to yourself. It's choosing action over comfort. Anyone can work hard when they're motivated. That's easy. But true growth happens when you keep going even when you don't feel like it. When your body is tired, your mind is full, and everything in you says stop, but you keep going. That's where strength is built. Think of a farmer. He doesn't wait until he feels like planting seeds. He doesn't wait for the perfect mood to take care of his crops. He works every day through the heat, the cold, the rain. Why? Because he knows the harvest depends on his discipline. Your life is the same. Your success, your peace, your goals, they depend on what you do every day, not just what you do when you're in the mood. Discipline is waking up early when you'd rather sleep. It's choosing the better meal when you'd rather have the easy one. It's taking the long road when the short one looks tempting. It's doing what's right over what's easy. You won't always feel ready. You won't always feel strong, but that's okay. You don't need perfect days. You need consistent ones. Even small steps taken with discipline will get you farther than big steps taken once in a while. Discipline builds trust with yourself. Every time you keep your word, you become stronger. You start believing in yourself, not because of what you say, but because of what you do. That's what brings real confidence. Not a feeling, but a habit, a decision repeated again and again. The most successful people you know, the ones you look up to, they aren't better than you. They just kept going. They worked when it wasn't fun. They practiced when no one was watching. They stayed focused, even when everything around them tried to pull them away. They didn't wait to be motivated. They trained themselves to be disciplined. You can do the same. It starts with one choice, one task, one moment where you say, I don't feel like it, but I'll do it anyway. And then you do it again tomorrow and the next day, until it becomes part of who you are. There's nothing wrong with motivation, but don't rely on it. Build something stronger. Build habits. Build a routine. Build self-respect. That's what discipline gives you. When you're tired, when you're stressed, when the road gets long, discipline is what carries you. It doesn't shout, it doesn't shine, but it works quietly, faithfully, powerfully. So when the feeling fades, and it will keep going, stay the course. Remember what you're building. Remember who you're becoming. Motivation starts the journey. Discipline finishes it. You are not behind. Sometimes you look around and it feels like everyone else is ahead. You see people reaching goals, starting families, building things, and living lives that look full and complete. And you start to wonder, did I miss my chance? Am I too late? But here's the truth you need to hold on to. You are not behind. Your path is your own. Your story is not supposed to look like anyone else's. Life isn't a race. It's not about who gets there first. It's about becoming the person you're meant to be, one step at a time. There is no rule that says you must have everything figured out by a certain age. There is no clock ticking over your head. Some people find their purpose early. Others take more time. Some grow fast, others grow slow. But the growth still counts. The journey still matters. Just because it's taking longer than you thought doesn't mean it's not working. Just because you've had setbacks doesn't mean you've failed. Flowers don't all bloom in the same season. Some bloom in spring, others in summer, and some take longer than that. But they still bloom, they still rise, they still add beauty to the world. You're the same. Just because someone else reached a goal before you, or found love before you, or figured out their dream job before you, it doesn't mean your time won't come. It just means your season is still on the way. Don't measure your life using someone else's story. They have their own struggles, their own pain, their own battles you can't see. And more importantly, you have your own strengths, your own heart, your own pace. That matters. You are not late. You are learning. You are growing. And those quiet seasons, the ones that feel like nothing is happening, they're building you. They're teaching you patience. They're preparing you for something that fits you, not something that just looks good from the outside. When you keep showing up, even when it's hard, that's progress. When you keep trying, even after failure, that's strength. When you believe in your journey, even when no one else understands it, that's courage. There is no right timeline for a good life. There is no rule book that says success must happen fast or not at all. Some of the strongest people you'll ever meet took the longest road to get where they are, and they're stronger because of it. They have stories, not shortcuts. They have wisdom, not just quick wins. And that's what makes them real. You are not running out of time. You are right where you need to be to grow into the person you're meant to become. Stop rushing, stop comparing, breathe, look around. You're still here. You're still trying. That alone means you haven't failed. Give yourself grace. Give yourself time. Keep your eyes on your own journey. And know that every step you take, even the small ones, are leading you somewhere important. You haven't missed your moment. You haven't fallen too far. You are not behind. You are becoming. Keep going. Turn the page. Don't reread the pain. There are parts of your life that hurt to remember, moments that still sting, words that were said, things you lost, mistakes you made. Some of those memories stay with you, playing over and over in your mind like a story you can't stop reading. But there comes a time when you have to stop turning back to those old pages. You have to say to yourself, turn the page, don't reread the pain. Yes, it happened. Yes, it hurt. No one can take that away, but you don't have to live there anymore. That chapter was part of your story, but it's not the end. It's not who you are. It's something you went through, not something you have to carry forever. The past will keep calling you if you keep answering it. It will keep pulling at your heart if you keep opening the same wounds. But healing doesn't live in the past. It lives in the choice to move forward. It lives in the courage to say, I'm not going to relive this again. You can't change what happened, but you can change what you do next. You can decide that today is the day you stop giving so much of your power to something that's already done. You can decide that you are ready to live a new chapter. Carrying old pain is like trying to walk with heavy stones in your hands. You get tired, you get slower, and even when something good comes your way, you don't have room to hold it. You've got to let go. You've got to lay it down, not because it didn't matter, but because you matter more. You deserve peace. You deserve rest. You deserve to look ahead without the weight of what's behind you. Forgive what needs to be forgiven. Forgive yourself, too. Speak gently to the person you used to be. You were doing your best with what you knew at the time, and now you know more. Now you've grown. Now you're ready. Turning the page doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing not to live in that chapter anymore. It means you believe there's more to your story than that one moment, that one mistake, that one season. And there is. There is so much more waiting for you. But you won't see it if your eyes are stuck on what's already past. You won't feel it if your heart is still tied to something that no longer fits where you're going. You were not meant to stay in the same place forever. You were meant to move, to rise, to live again. So take a breath. Close that chapter. Even if it was painful, even if it was unfair, even if it still makes you feel something, then open to the next page. The one that's still blank, the one where anything is possible. Write it with hope, write it with faith, write it with the strength you found in your hardest days. You're not starting from nothing, you're starting from experience, and that makes you wiser, that makes you braver. Don't be afraid of what comes next. Be proud of how far you've come. You made it through what you thought would break you. Now it's time to live again. Turn the page. Don't reread the pain. The next chapter could be the best one yet. Keep writing, keep walking, keep becoming. Comfort is a slow killer. Comfort feels good. It's safe, warm, and easy. You know what to expect. There's no risk, no fear, no pressure. But behind that soft and easy feeling, something dangerous can grow. Comfort, if you stay in it too long, becomes a trap, a slow one you don't notice at first. That's why comfort is a slow killer. It doesn't destroy your life all at once. It doesn't knock everything down in one big blow. It happens little by little. One day you say, I'll start tomorrow. The next day you say the same thing. A week goes by, then a year, then more, and soon you look around and wonder where the time went. Comfort can steal your drive without you even knowing it. It whispers that you're fine just the way you are, even when deep down you know you could do more, be more, become more. It keeps you from growing, because growth is never comfortable. Growth hurts. It stretches you. It pushes you. It demands more than you feel ready to give. But that's how you change. That's how you improve. That's how you build a life you're proud of, not by choosing the easy path, but by doing the hard things even when they scare you. Great things never happen inside your comfort zone. They happen when you step out of it, when you risk failing, when you challenge yourself. If you always take the easy road, don't be surprised when your life feels small. Don't be surprised when your dreams feel far away. Nothing worth having comes without effort. And that effort often comes with pain, confusion, and moments when you want to quit. But it also comes with purpose, with pride, with strength. Think about the people you admire. They didn't stay in comfort. They chose challenge. They chose discipline. They did the work when it was hard. They faced fear, rejection, and failure. But they also found something inside themselves, a fire, a reason, a strength they never would have discovered if they stayed where it was safe. The truth is, staying in comfort feels easy in the moment, but it costs more in the moment, but it costs more in the long run. It costs your goals, it costs your passion, it costs your potential. One day, you'll wish you started sooner. You'll wish you pushed harder. You'll wish you believed in yourself enough to be uncomfortable. That pain of growth you're afraid of, it's temporary. But the pain of regret, that lasts. That lingers. That stays in the back of your mind, reminding you of what could have been. So ask yourself, what are you holding back because it feels too hard? What dream are you pushing aside because you don't want to struggle? What version of you are you keeping buried just because it means leaving comfort behind? You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to know everything. You just have to be willing. Willing to try. Willing to stretch. Willing to grow, even if it's slow. The best version of you is waiting on the other side of discomfort. So don't let comfort fool you. Don't let it hold you still. You weren't made to just get by. You were made to rise. You were made to work, to sweat, to overcome. That's where your joy is. That's where your strength lives. Comfort might feel good now, but it won't get you where you want to go. Step out, step forward, choose challenge, choose growth, because comfort is a slow killer, but courage brings life. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be real. So many people spend their lives trying to look perfect. They smile when they're hurting. They hide their mistakes. They pretend to be okay when they're falling apart inside. They believe that if they don't look strong, they'll be judged. If they don't look successful, they'll be left behind. But here's the truth. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be real. Perfection is not real. It's a mask. It's something we chase but can never catch. No one has it all together. Everyone has doubts. Everyone has bad days. Everyone has fallen short of who they wanted to be. And that's okay. That's human. What people really need is honesty. What they really connect with is truth. It takes more strength to say, I'm struggling, than to fake a smile. It takes more courage to admit, I'm still learning, than to act like you know it all. Realness brings freedom. When you stop trying to be perfect, you give yourself room to grow. Being real means showing up as you are, even if it's messy. It means sharing your story, even if it's not finished yet. It means being honest about your past, your fears, and your hopes. And when you do that, you find your real power. You don't need to impress anyone. You don't need to fit into anyone else's idea of who you should be. You are allowed to be flawed. You are allowed to be a work in progress. And you are still worthy of love, respect, and success, even while you're figuring things out. Trying to be perfect all the time will only leave you tired. It will make you feel like you're never enough. But being real will set you free. It will remind you that you are already enough, just as you are. Not because everything in your life is perfect, but because you keep going, keep trying, and keep showing up. Think about the people who have helped you the most. Were they perfect? Probably not, but they were honest. They were kind, they were real, and that's what you remember. That's what made them special. You can be that for someone else. You can be that for yourself. Don't be afraid of your flaws. Don't hide your scars. Your struggles have shaped you. They've taught you. They've made you strong in ways that no easy life ever could. Share your story. Share your lessons. You never know who needs to hear it. The world doesn't need more perfect people. It needs more real ones. People who are willing to speak the truth. People who are willing to stand tall in their own skin, even if it's not polished. People who lead with heart, not just with image. It's okay to try to improve. It's okay to have goals and want to grow. But don't let the need to be perfect stop you from starting. Don't let fear of failure keep you from showing up. Real progress begins when you let go of the need to be flawless. You are not your mistakes. You are not your bad days. You are not the voice in your head telling you that you're not good enough. You are more than that. You are real, and that's powerful. So take a deep breath. Let go of the pressure. Stop trying to be someone else's idea of perfect. Be you, the honest you. The growing you, the real you, because you don't need to be perfect, you just need to be real. That's enough. That's always been enough. Protect your energy. Your energy is one of the most important things you have. It's what helps you think clearly, move with purpose, and wake up each day ready to face life. But if you're not careful, your energy can be taken from you, slowly, quietly, bit by bit. That's why you must learn this truth. Protect your energy. There are people, places, and situations that will leave you feeling drained. You may not even notice it at first. You just feel tired, low, or heavy. Maybe it's because you said yes when you should have said no. Maybe it's because you let someone's opinion control your peace. Maybe it's because you stayed too long in something that didn't feel right. Whatever the reason, the result is the same. You gave away your energy. You can't give all your time and strength to everything and everyone. You have to be wise. You have to choose what deserves your attention. Not every fight is worth your voice. Not every person should have a place in your heart. Not every path leads to peace. Sometimes you have to walk away, not because you're weak, but because you're finally strong enough to protect yourself. You're not here to carry everyone else's problems. You're not here to fix what others won't change. You're here to grow, to live, to be well. Protecting your energy doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care deeply about your health, your peace, and your future. It means you know that in order to give your best to the world, you have to take care of what's going on inside of you. There will be people who don't understand. That's okay. Let them talk. Let them judge. You don't owe them an explanation. You owe yourself a life that feels calm and meaningful. And that life begins with knowing when to step back, when to say no, and when to let go. Watch your thoughts. What you allow in your mind can either build you up or tear you down. Don't let negative words repeat in your head all day. Don't feed your fears. Speak kindly to yourself. Fill your heart with what brings you strength. Spend time in quiet. Spend time around people who make you feel alive, not empty. People who listen, not just talk. People who lift you, not pull you down. You don't need a crowd. You need a few real connections that feel like peace. Be careful with your time. You only get so much of it. Don't waste it doing things that leave you feeling worse than before. Choose what makes you better. Choose what makes you feel closer to who you want to be. Life will always have storms. You can't stop them. But you can build a shelter inside yourself. You can choose what you hold on to and what you let go of. You can learn to rest when you're tired instead of pushing yourself until you break. You are not weak for needing space. You are not selfish for protecting your heart. You are doing what strong people do. You are choosing to value your own peace, even if others don't understand. So, breathe deeply. Say no without guilt. Let go without anger. Protect your energy like it's treasure, because it is. Without it, everything else becomes harder. With it, everything becomes clearer. You don't have to be everything for everyone. Just be kind to yourself. Stay grounded. Stay focused on what matters. Protect your energy. It's the fire that keeps your spirit alive. Guard it well. Live from it. And let it lead you to the life you were always meant to live. Small steps lead to big change. Most people wait for the big moment. They wait for the perfect time, the big break, or a sudden change that will turn everything around. But life doesn't usually work like that. Real change, the kind that lasts, doesn't come in a flash. It comes slowly, quietly, through daily choices. That's why you must remember small steps lead to big change. It may not seem like much when you get out of bed early instead of sleeping in. It may not feel powerful when you choose the better meal, read one page of a book, or take a short walk. But these small choices are seeds. Every time you take a small step, you plant a seed for something greater. Change isn't built in one day, it's built one day at a time. One simple action, repeated over and over, becomes a habit. That habit becomes part of who you are. And over time, those small steps create a life that looks completely different. The problem is that we often want everything at once. If we don't see results right away, we get discouraged. We think we're not doing enough. But you don't need to make a giant leap. You just need to keep moving forward, even if your steps are slow. Think of water shaping a rock. It doesn't happen in a single moment. It happens drop by drop over time. But in the end, the rock changes. The same is true for your life. If you keep showing up, if you keep doing the work, even on the hard days, things begin to shift. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. One day you will look back and realize that every early morning, every quiet effort, every hard decision added up to something powerful. You didn't get there by luck. You got there by small steps. There will be days when you don't feel like it, days when progress feels too slow. That's when you remind yourself why you started. You're not doing this to impress anyone. You're doing this to become the person you were meant to be, and becoming that person takes time. You won't always see the change as it's happening. Sometimes it takes months or even years, but it's working. Every time you make the right choice when it would be easier to give up, you are changing. You are growing. You are building a future that's stronger than your past. So keep going. Take the step. Do the small thing today that your future self will thank you for. You don't need to rush. You don't need to have it all figured out. Just focus on the step in front of you. Whether it's 1 minute of quiet time, one kind word, one extra push at the end of a hard day, it all matters. It all adds up. You're building something real. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can, and do it again tomorrow. Because one small step, repeated with heart and purpose, becomes the road that leads to everything you've ever wanted. Small steps lead to big change. Keep walking, keep believing, keep building. Your journey is just beginning.